The Dershow.
My own prediction again. Here I predict, I'm not good at predicting election results, but I'm pretty good at predicting court results, is that the judge will not do that, but will either sentence him and perhaps to just a fine or something like that, or will blame it on the Supreme Court and dismiss the case. But he's not going to sentence him to actual prison. The American people wouldn't stand for that. We know that the Mayor Curley, I think it was, of Boston, actually served as mayor while in prison, and I think that's happened a couple of other times in local areas, but no president of the United States has ever. Oh, a man ran for president while in prison, and I think it was 1920. The socialist candidate Eugene V. Debs was in prison. Maybe it was 1916. I don't remember which year it was, 16 or 20, for opposition, probably 20, opposition to the First World War. And he was serving time under what was then called the Espionage, still is called the Espionage Act. There's no real application to protest. But he was in prison when he ran for president. He got, over 1 million votes while in prison. There was some speculation that Trump could be in prison when he ran. He'd probably have doubled his lead if that happened, but it didn't happen. And my prediction, Marchand will not sentence him to prison. And if he does, he'll stay the sentence and delay the sentence. But as soon as he sentences him, even if he delays the sentence, at that point, his right to appeal clicks in. And he would have the right to take the case to an appellate court. I can't imagine any appellate court upholding this conviction. First, the prosecution would have to lay out what the case is. And I don't know how they do it. There's no case here. This is Alice in Wonderland. The king's messenger says, he's in jail, not for what he's done, but for what he might do at some point in the future. And Alice says, "There's something wrong somewhere." Well, there's something wrong somewhere. In this case, in New York, plenty wrong in this case. It never should have been brought. And of course, the district attorney, Alvin Bragg, didn't want to bring the case. He made a decision not to bring the case, as did, I think, his predecessor. And then one of the assistants threatened to go public, wrote an op-ed, pressured him into bringing the case, and he brought the case. And it never should have been brought in the first place. But he, like Letitia James, the Attorney General of New York, has campaigned on the promise basically to get Trump. Did you see what Letitia James did the other day, right after the election, the day after the election? She validated the title of my book. Again, remember, I wrote a book called Get Trump. She went after Trump again after he gets elected, saying, we're not going to leave him alone. We're going to go after him. We're going to make sure that, this and that and the other thing. Again, signaling that she's singling out Trump and devoting the resources of the citizens of New York to getting Trump. Sure, New York went for Harris, but not by as large a numbers as they had gone Democrat in the past. And so there are a lot of New Yorkers, look, people on all sides of the political spectrum, ought to be upset when you have the Attorney General going after somebody on the ground of who he is, not what he did. Letitia James didn't even suggest or say what they were going after him on. We know that she went after him because he valued his property at Mar-a-Lago above what she thinks it's worth. And the judge found that it was worth $18 million. As I've said before on this show, I've offered to buy it. I'll raise the price. I'll buy it for $20 million. I can raise the money. I can get a loan because I could flip it the next day for 20 times that amount. The notion that she goes after him and gets him fined $500 million for hurting no one, defrauding no one, no victims, no harm, no foul, no harm, $500 million fine. That will be reversed, certainly reduced on appeal. But you have an Attorney General of a state that is determined to get Trump, and you have a district attorney whose re-election prospects depend on getting Trump. I would hope that neither of them would be reelected.